Minecraft, bigger than a bread box, perhaps referring to the dragon egg, which is almost a meter cubed. It's time for more Exploration and Tactics with Brian. In today's episode, we are finally going to go fetch that dragon egg. We're going to do a whole lot of enchanting with some of the levels that we get out of the end. We're going to do some record farming, a whole lot of stuff that's going to make necessary progress. We are getting close to the end of this particular series. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back to more Exploration and Tactics with Brian. And I'm thinking more about enchanting, and there's something that I'm actually not sure about that I want to play around with really quick, which is basically, can you use a book of one type to get rid of an enchant on something else? So I can't do it that way. Basically, I'm wondering if I can get rid of Bane of Arthropods by combining it with sharpness. That's interesting. Looting 3, Bane of Arthropods 4, plus a sharpness book gives me looting 3, Bane of Arthropods 4. Alright, so I think you actually need a sharpness sword on the left-hand side, and then I'd be able to keep the looting 3 on the right-hand side. That's what I was just looking at, basically, to see if there was a way to get sharpness. Oops, sharpness goes in this row. Alright, on the sword, and get rid of the Bane of Arthropods, but not just with the book. I need to spend more diamonds on it. But that is, oops, getting glitch into chests. That is one important thing I was thinking about with respect to enchanting. We don't need that right now. I think today, I've been thinking a lot about the end game, and speaking of the end game, I think we are going to head back into the end so that we can pick up some free experience over there. But actually, while I have 2 levels, a smite sword I think is the ideal thing against the wither. But since I have some sharpness books and I have 2 levels, before I go to the end, I want to have 0 levels. So I'm going to combine these into a sharp 2. Just with the intention that, in the worst case, eventually I could always get a sharpness 5 sword, which would be useful in the long run. But now that we have 0 levels... Alright, I'm going to do some base tending, I'm going to chop down some trees and different things, and then we're going to head to the end, pick up our experience, and finally get that dragon egg. So I will see you guys in a moment. Alright, so it's morning time. Let's head back over to the stronghold. I haven't gone back and re-watched any of the videos of the dragon fight, and so I'll have to remember. I think I have a pretty good memory of kind of how the end is shaped. The end is not completely, even though I've beaten the dragon, it's not completely without peril, because there's still the chance that you could fall into the void. I could look at an enderman, get myself into trouble that way, although my armor's pretty good at this point. And I've got a water bucket on the bar, and so I'm not too worried about kind of any of the tragedies that could befall me in the end. I'm not sure if it's a tragedy per se, because I'm not sure how much experience is left there. But the main thing that would be bad is if in my attempt to get the dragon egg, I end up with way more than 30 levels. Actually, anything more than 15 is kind of a disadvantage for the type of enchanting that I'm going to trying to be doing right now, which is basically combining level 1 and level 2 books. Let's see, finish off my protection enchantments. Let's go ahead and reload some chunks. And yeah, so I'm going to try to grab the dragon egg, but I'm going to try to do so in a way that I get the least experience possible. And then we can always do this run once again and go back to the end after I've used the levels that I got out of this one to finish off enchanting some books. But my expectation is that I'll be able to get a protection 4 helmet, a protection 4 book that I could put on a chestplate later, and perhaps some levels to combine up some sharpness books and try to get a sharpness 5 book ready to go for a sword or something like that. Okay, so I'm over at the stronghold. Vaguely noteworthy is that it's still the first half of the day, because we need to kind of get in and out. Obviously, when I exit the end and come back through the portal, I'm going to be back on the surface, back at my spawn point, and I just want to make sure that it's daytime when I return. But we should still have like 5 minutes or something, and this should not take very long. Because, admittedly, I haven't handled the egg in a while. But I think basically I hit it once and it'll teleport somewhere, and then I just need to dig under the block and like drop a torch underneath it or something. This is not the right entrance into this room. There's a better entrance right here. And I guess I can leave that door open at this point. I've never seen any bad guys in here. Alright, so don't look at Enderman. Head over towards the egg. Remember the layout of the end. Okay. So here's my little dig the place up. I guess at this point I can also, since I'm going to have to make this run a few times, I didn't even think about this before, but just start placing some torches so that I'll be less likely to run into Endermen since they only spawn in the darkness and not in the light. Okay, but there is... Oh, look at all these experience balls. Okay, here is that. I pressed that. The egg is teleported. Oh, it teleported right here, right next to me. All right. I thought that its little animation looked like it was heading in a different direction, but maybe the animation is random and it doesn't affect which way the egg actually goes. Okay, we got the dragon egg. 38 levels. That's too many levels. But what you gonna do? Look at that. We're back home. Oh, some of the experience orbs fell through there as well. All right, I thought that this was my spawn point, but apparently it's actually right here. At some point I was using the compass to try to remark the spawn point in case I ever needed it. All right, that was fast because, yeah, it's still the middle of the day. And since we have the dragon egg on us, let's go ahead and put it on the monument. And look at that. We're like 5 minutes into the episode and I'm already increasing my CTM score. CTM stands for Complete the Monument. Here is the monument I am trying to complete. And one of the most difficult bricks, something that I lost a couple of lives trying to get, is... Boom! The dragon egg. Looks beautiful. Kind of blends right into the obsidian right there. You can barely see it. All right, so let me update the score on the scoreboard. All right, and just like that, we are up to 17 of our 24 monument blocks. We still need a number of records. Diamonds. I'm going to have to do some more caving for diamonds at some point. I might even end up doing that this episode. I haven't decided yet. And then we'll eventually have to fight the Wither, which is the reason that we're doing all of this enchanting. To have the best armor and weapons. A number of people have suggested the Notch Apple. And I didn't disallow myself from using that. And so I think I'm probably going to use that because I think it's going to be very difficult to beat the Wither with anything without it. But right now I have 43. 43 levels is ridiculous. Do I have anything that I could put a level 30 on? What's my best bow? I could do like a level 30 on a bow if I don't have a great bow. Because I'll want a power 5. Definitely a power 5, and infinity wouldn't suck either. Bow to use against the Wither for the first half of the battle. But I think maybe I put a level 30 on a bow at some point in the past and then saved it somewhere. Let's go. Let's make sure there aren't any Endermen hiding in here. I've run into that problem before. Do I have... I think it's in the ender chest, actually. No, I don't see a good bow here either. Let me look through all my stuff and make sure I'm not hiding a good bow somewhere. I'll be right back. I remember what happened to my good bow, which is I lost it in the dragon fight. I don't remember how good it was. I could, once again, I do have a bunch of Power 1 books lying around, and I could just kind of make my way up to Power 5. It seems like there's a whole lot of experience still lying around in the end, and we're going to get a whole bunch more experience as we try to farm the rest of the records. And so I don't feel bad just taking a shot at a level 30 bow, just in case I happen to get lucky. The best thing, I think, would be Power 4 and Infinity. Power 3. Wow, Power 3 on a level 30? Really? All right, well, that's actually still useful, because I do, when I was searching through all of my kind of leftover crap, I do have another Power 3 bow here, and so we could combine them into a Power 4 for not all that expensive. Yeah, and then kind of work our way up to a Power 5 with some other stuff. And so, that's still not all that bad. And so I'm going to put the bow away. Actually, I'm going to put these bows away somewhere else. Since they're my best bows, I'm going to put them over here with kind of my good loot so that I don't lose them. But yeah, now I'm going to go back to trying to get my Protection 4 books, and I'll just do that off camera with some anvils and some enchanting. Okay, we're back here. I spent my original levels on some level 1 books and different things, and so now we're going to go for round 2. Once again, I'm going to try to get the least amount of experience possible, since I'm just doing a bunch of level 1 enchants. And anytime you get more than 15 levels, you start kind of like wasting experience in terms of low-level enchants. There's a small chance that we're going to start running up against the despawn timer of these experience balls that are here in the end, but I'm pretty sure I'm only spending like, I don't know, 20 seconds each time going through, and so I think we should be okay. All right, 26 levels already. Great. And so we pop back out here. Yeah, I was pretty close on the spawn point there. And I'm going to go back to some enchanting. All right, at this point, I have a Protection 3 book that I'm going to combine with my Protection 3 helmet on the anvil to go ahead and get Protection 4. Because why not go ahead and have it? And I've also already made another Protection 4 that I'll be able to put on a chest plate in the future. So that is super terrific, and I still have a bunch of levels, and so I think we're going to use some sharpness and try to make our way up to a sharpness 5 sword. Oh, it just started raining. I still think the timing is going to be good. Oops, I didn't see it there. Yeah, the sun is just about to go down. And yeah, I saw it was getting to be evening time back at the base. And so I decided I would come back over here to the desert to do one more night of record farming. I'm not really in the mood for it, and we did a lot of it last episode. But at the same time, I just saw the time of day was right. That would be another way to get some easy, quick levels. Hey, the boat managed to not die. That's happy. And although at the same time, it's still somewhat not ideal. This time I will put the anvil down here, and we'll come back for it in a little bit. I would like to have this on the bar. But I seem to recall also that I left a bunch of like sharpness books over here. I left the ender chest over here, which I'd forgotten about. But yeah, I have 3 sharpness 1 books over here as well. Actually, I could go ahead and combine a couple of those right now before it gets dark enough that any monsters spawn. But the only thing that I don't like about trying to fight out here to get some more records again... Ooh, there's some experience still laying on the ground from the last time I was here. Let's go grab it. Someone had what was actually, I think, a great suggestion, which was to get a villager over here and just kind of trap him somewhere, and then all the zombies will go after the villager instead of me. And I think that's actually true, and I think that's actually a brilliant idea. And I actually still have a spare golden apple from back before I'd gotten potions. And so I could use a weakness potion and a golden apple and turn like a zombie villager into a villager over here. Because I can't remember... I don't think I found any villages that's kind of like anywhere nearby the spawn point. But that would actually be a reasonable thing to do in order to make it easier to farm the whatevers. I do not have a ton of arrows on my person right now. So let's also do this. Let's grab some more arrows out of the ender chest and clean up the inventory a little bit. Yeah, the rest of my stuff's pretty good. And monsters should be spawning. All right, great. We've got a skeleton already who spawned in a lighting glitch because I think he spawned like right here and there's a torch right here. But this is a recurring lighting glitch that every time I come over here, it gets dark and then turns back light. Fix your game, Jeb, Dinnerbone. I think Jeb actually is working on some of that finally again. And so we can only hope for the best. I also may be low on swords. I do have 2 swords right now. All right, I have a backup sword if I need it. We need a creeper. Is that a creeper or is that a bunch of reeds? That's a bunch of reeds. The only disadvantage to having planted all these reeds over here. I'm pretty sure I see a creeper right here. And someone pointed out that that skeleton has an enchanted bow, so let's be careful with that. Someone pointed out that 3 hits with an iron sword... No! 3 hits with an iron sword kills the creeper. Yeah, I think it says on the wiki that an iron sword... It talks about record farming and says that an iron sword does 3 hearts of damage, but I think in one of the recent updates they changed it so all the swords do a half heart more, and so now iron sword does 3.5. And yes, I didn't think that was actually going to work, but I had to try it. And I'm going to need to eat some food, and then... Oh, there's a leftover creeper hole there that I never sealed up. Yeah, it might be the case that I've already gotten myself a little overwhelmed here. But let's try this. Let's hope that doesn't kill you. It didn't. Great. Oh, but now we've got too many zombies. Crap, crap, crap. Is the creeper still following me? He is. Can I get the creeper in front? I can do this. I can do this. I can totally do this. Oh, it's the wrong creeper. There's 2 creepers there. Poop. Can I don't know what to do about the zombies. Oh, crap. Somebody blew up. Alright, that left a pit that's kind of near the entrance to my house, which I don't like. Yeah, we've got the zombie conga line going on again here, and so I think, for safety's sake, I need to go ahead and close this up. Alright, that was the primed creeper, sadly. Alright, I'm going to stand here and beat up on some zombies until we get things a little more settled down. Alright, seems to have gotten quiet. Let's get a ton of experience. And see who's left. Alright, there's my skeleton, there's my creeper. Hey, buddy. Alright. Please don't die. Great. Let's head right for the skeleton. I will just take it. Okay, right here. Boom. Come on, shoot him. Oh, he went over the head. Wow. Alright, so we'll circle back around. We still don't have any zombies for whatever reason. That is great. There we go. I think that's blocks again, though. Darn it. Someone said, and I don't believe it at all, it is blocks. I've already got blocks, I'm pretty sure. Someone said that if you're holding a record of a certain type, then when a skeleton shoots a creeper, you won't get the same, like, duplicated record. I don't believe that, but it is kind of worth testing out if I end up with a bunch of duplicates. How are we doing on nighttime? Do we have a full moon or a new moon or whatever? Like, I don't see... Yeah, I don't see any moon out right now. So let me look at the clock. We still have probably about 3 minutes of darkness. I might be able to get another kill in here if we can get, like, a skeleton near this creeper. I'm also down 3 hearts, so I need to kind of pay attention to... oh, there's a bunch of skeletons. Wow. Alright, they do still spawn in groups. That was 4 skeletons altogether. I was thinking now that enemies always spawned in mixed groups. Ah, darn it, that creeper. Oh, crap, crap, crap. You're bad, bad, bad. We don't like you. Not at all. Go away. Alright. There's a skeleton right here. I'm gonna have to kill you, because I've got other things to deal with right now. Do we have too many zombies? Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get that creeper, I don't think. Alright, I'm gonna be a weakling and hide up in a hole here. And yeah, probably have to wait for the next morning to actually have any more success. So I will see you when I see you. Alright, I have another primed creeper. Is there a skeleton? Yes, there's a skeleton over here. It's going to take a long while to walk these guys together, and the sun's about to come up. Can Brian do it? Let's find out. Here comes the skeleton. Walk closer to me, buddy. That's right, walk right over here. Here's the creeper. And now I need to walk them together. So is the creeper still following me? Yes, he is. Crap, I hear a spider. A bunch of spiders, hold on. Alright, the skeleton is not helping in terms of shooting zombies into me, but if I circle back around, we still have about 10 or 15 seconds before it's daybreak and guys start burning up. That's assuming there's not a weather condition. There was a weather condition at the start of this night. I'm also low on hearts. Yes, it's still raining. Okay, so that means he's not going to... Okay, that works really in my favor. So that just says, take your time, Brian. The skeleton's not going to burn up. And we can get him to shoot this creeper, assuming that we can fight off the zombies. Alright. So there's another zombie. Go bye-bye. Oh no, they're starting to burn. Crap, 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 crap. Alright, I don't want zombies to set me on fire. But I need to hurry up and do this. Come on. Skeleton's gonna burn any second now. Come on, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. Oh, we hit the zombie! Oh, but there's still... Okay. I don't know why you're not burning. Why are you not burning? You were burning a moment ago. I think they burn at daybreak even if there's a weather condition, and then at some point all of a sudden the game realizes there's a weather condition and they don't burn. Because I think this happened to me once before. It's really pretty curious. Alright, this should do it. Now he's burning again. But that's okay, because we just got... Cat. Bummer! I have like 10 copies of Cat. Alright, we have a skeleton here who is not going anywhere. Are there any creepers on the horizon who I could still take advantage of? Let's look around, see if we happen to get lucky. Yeah, because it's still raining, so there's no reason for the monsters to catch fire. Yeah, I think that's a bug in the game. A relatively minor one, but it seems like at the break of dawn, monsters catch fire even if it's raining. And so, that is a bug. Alright, sadly, I don't see any creepers to take advantage of that little shielded skeleton that we have. Oh, we got a skeleton who's over here in the water, too. Alright, but now I have a bunch of levels, so I'm going to use them on some sharpness books, and then decide what to do next. There's a lot of reasons to look forward to finishing up this series. The main one, of course, being the sense of accomplishment. I gave myself a lot of big challenges for this particular series. But another reason I'm looking forward to it is to end the rain. Wow, and just as I say that, the rain ends. Yeah, the fact that I can't use beds to reset the weather has been pretty annoying throughout the series, and I've gotten very tired of the rain, but would you look at that? All I had to do was start talking about it on camera, and the rain just goes away. How lucky is that? All right, let's see what we're going to do next. Oh, the sun is going down. My timing is not as great this time. But yes, it's deja vu all over again. Why am I headed back to the end? It's because I want to get another batch of experience, and the reason is an unusual one. It's inventory management. And I know some of you are saying, Brian, what does experience have to do with inventory management? And I'm so glad that you asked, because now I'll be able to tell you. Well, it turns out that in the act of trying to enchant all those books to get my protections and my sharpnesses and all that kind of stuff, I've ended up with a huge excess of power books, power 1 books. And since we just got that power 3 bow, I'm going to need at least another power 4 book if I want to get a power 5 bow altogether. And so the problem is I've got like a chest full of power 1 books. Okay, I'm kind of exaggerating, but I have a lot of power 1 books, and I want to get rid of them, and the best way to get rid of them would be to just go ahead and combine them into higher level enchants. And in order to do that, I need the experience, and so we're back one more time this episode to grab another batch of experience, just like so. All right, 36 levels, great. And that was cool. The sun, like the time of day, like changed very quickly there. And I really love the sky at this time of day, like when you can just see the stars coming out, but the sun hasn't quite gone down yet. I really like what they have done with the sky in Minecraft. All right, but in any case, now I have 36 levels. Now I can go and combine. I'll go ahead and even just show you on camera all of these crazy power 1 books that I've gotten as a side effect of trying to get better level 1 books along the way. And yeah, then I'll go ahead and combine a whole bunch of them off camera. And then, gosh, I feel like I haven't done a whole lot this episode, but I'm going to have to check on the episode time. I'm pretty sure we have time to do more. But basically, this whole bottom section, this is all power 1 books. So, not for long. Power 2. Power 2. Power 2. Power 2. Power 3. Power 3. Power 4. Alright, we used up a bunch of levels to get that, but now I have a power 4 book, and I've got 2 power 3 bows, and so I've got a power 4 book, I've got a prot 4 book, I've got a sharpness 4 book, actually, and I've got 2 sharpness 1s. I eventually want to turn this into sharpness 5. We can work on that another time, though. Let me go check on the episode time and see if we have time to do something else interesting that's a little bit, yeah, more exciting than the things we've been up to today. But these are important steps towards our goal. Well, holy moly, will you look at that. We've already used up our episode time for today. So, I think next episode we'll have to work on something else. I think it might be caving again, because if I could have one more good caving mission and get a couple batches of diamonds for our diamond block, and possibly a diamond sword, and maybe even another pair of diamond boots. With Fortune 2, yeah, I'd probably need 2 diamond ore veins in order to get that. I think basically that would be potentially the end of caving for me. That would be all the caving I would ever need to do. Because I've got, let's see, I've got 39 gold there. Do I have any gold here? Yeah, 56 gold there. That's enough for a notch apple. I only need 72 gold to make a notch apple. And I still have some healing potions left, so I think other than record farming, we are getting pretty close to the end. The record farming and the diamonds, and then fighting the wither. So it really is starting to feel like the end is in sight for me. And so I hope you've enjoyed the ride thus far. We've got a few episodes left in us yet. I hope that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon, as always. Bye-bye.